why we don't own properties in both of our names. So the question was, Chris and Allen, we heard that you all do not own real estate in both of your names. One, is it true? And then two, if it is, why is that the case?
Well, it's only if it's necessary. I would say probably 90%, 95% of our real estate we don't own in both names. And I think it was really for debt load is one of the major reasons. I remember when we were going through a short sale season, right? And there was a house that was in one of the spouses' names and they had to short sale it.
Yep.
And I just vividly remember like one spouse having really solid credit because they weren't on it and being able to take advantage of a market that was pulling back. So they had this house that was pulling them down, but they were able to enter into a market where they could reset. And I was like, hold up, that is a smart way to buy all real estate, is to put one in one name and one in the other. You want to talk a little bit more about the debt load and how that works?
Yeah, it was really all about the debt load. So typically what happens is when, a husband and spouse or partners go to purchase a home, usually if we just automatically fill out the application and both people or both parties are going to be on the loan. But that's not necessarily needed, right? So if only one income is needed to support that loan, that's the direction you should go, because if you put both names on the loan, when your credit report is pulled, that $500,000 loan is on your credit report. And then that $500,000 loan is on your partner's credit report. So as you guys want to acquire more debt or take on more debt for other things, then that is pulling you both down on both reports. Whereas if you just had it in one name, one person would have $500,000 worth of debt on their credit report and the other would not. So it's just one of those things where you don't get, I won't call it penalized, but it almost feels like a double penalty when you both have the same asset breaking down your credit. So it's just one of those things where you want to allocate and separate that debt load so you can get additional credit.
Yep. And there are people are like, well, I want my name on both of the houses. Well, look, man, like we live in Virginia. Like no matter what happens, it don't matter whose name is on what, like it's getting split up if you split up, right?
And also keep in mind that you can have your name on the deed and not have your name on the loan. So you don't have to be on the loan to be on the deed. So you can be on the deed without being on the loan. So either way, you can get what it is that you desire. Okay. Now that changes for us over time, right? Because you're also going to start putting things in your trusts and stuff like that. But we used that strategy so we could acquire more properties very early on in our investment strategy.
I think that was a really pivotal strategy.
Yeah.
It was a low key, like really smart way for us to be able to build what we built and acquire more than most. Right. So I did write about these types of subjects and more in this book, this cool Amazon best-selling book. Right. That I wrote. And you guys should read it. Right. It's a lot of tips. There's a lot of wisdoms that are there. And I'm a firm believer that if you don't know, you got resources. Right. There's no excuse for you not to know and make smart real estate decisions when you got friends like Crystal and myself that can give you the game that was given to us. And we're just passing it to you guys.
Absolutely. So with that being said,
you have the dream
and we have the address.
We'll see you guys soon.
See you soon.